So don't just stick to one door or one property giving you rental income. Make it multiple. That way you diversify your investment. That way if one moves out, you still have many other doors paying you for rent, which will really help you with the expenses of a property. Well, welcome back to the Cornerstone Realtor Team podcast. This week we're breaking down some great subjects. The first one we're going to break down is when you buy a new house, don't rent your old one thinking that you're going to make some money. We have better ideas for you that you could take advantage of your equity and move it into something else. So we're going to break that down for you today. I know it's a lot of questions that we get, especially with homeowners that have a lot of equity in their home. They've been there for many years. They built up $1 million or plus or even more. They're thinking, hey, listen, the payment is low. I have low interest rates. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a new home. I got some cash, but I'm going to rent the existing home out and let it give me some money. So after this, you might just change your mind. So I want to welcome Jamil.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
And let's break it down, Jamil.
So step one is you need to understand how much actual equity do you have. And many homeowners in the Bay Area, they have huge amounts of equity. So they don't even know it. So they need to find out what they have, and then they're able to unlock that equity. And homeowners who bought years ago could have $300,000, could have $1 million or more in equity. And that money is sitting in the property, not being used, not working for you. If you sell, that allows you to unlock the equity and the capital, right? If you sell your house, instead of renting it, right? You move, you have a house that you wanted to rent, but if you sell the house, now you've got all that money you can put down on another property that will make you more money. But you might think you're just selling a house, but you're actually unlocking and then your investment capital.
That's right. And the second thing we want to talk about that most people miss is you have to run the real numbers. Now, you're taking your single family and you're turning it into an investment. Now, when you turn it into an investment, it's not about lifestyle anymore. It's about numbers. Let's say numbers, okay? Before turning your home into a rental, you should calculate the cost of being a landlord on that home. Let's talk about property taxes. You still owe property taxes. You have insurance and maintenance, repairs, vacancy period. Some people don't know that. Maybe after a year, your renter moves out and it takes you a couple months, you're down and you are still paying the bills. Property management fees. So all these fees affect your bottom line. Yes, you could rent your home for this much, but a lot of that money goes towards mortgage, what is left on it, property taxes, insurance, management fees, and maintenance. And vacancy factor is a big thing because things don't just rent right away. Sometimes it'll take a month or two. So you'll have a gap that will cost you a lot of money. Many rentals, single family rentals, they barely cash flow in the Bay Area because things are just so high. So what we're saying here is a lot of people don't realize these expenses that they have to take into account. So you got to do your numbers.
So step three is sell a property, unlock the equity, and when you sell your home, you gain access to that equity. And the money can be used to pay down debt. If you have debt but you're trying to rent your house, you might as well pay it off. Interest rates are high. You can reinvest in other markets, and you can build a portfolio of rentals. An example is selling a Bay Area home. You might generate $500,000 to $800,000 in equity. And guess what? The capital gains, if it's $500,000 or less for a married couple, there is none. Because you sold a property within 2 of the last 5 years of owning it, you get that, primary residence capital gains free. You don't pay tax.
Number 4, you got to go to a market and reinvest in a market with a better cash flow. Instead of keeping one expensive rental, you can turn it into many rentals for the same money, which will give you a better return on your money. For example, we like the Sacramento market. It's lower home prices, stronger rental demand, growing population, more affordable entry point for investors. So don't just stick to one door or one property giving you rental income. Make it multiple. That way you diversify your investment. That way if one moves out, you still have many other doors paying you for rent, which will really help you with the expenses of a property.
So step 5, turn one property into multiple. And so what that means is instead of owning one single family home that barely cash flows, investors can buy a property that has multiple doors, like a 2 or 4 unit. Sell your Bay Area home, take the equity, buy cash, or get a small loan on it. And for example, in the Bay Area, you might get $3,500, $4,000, $5,000 for a big house, nice big house, and that rents for $3,500 or so. And then in Sacramento, you could get about $6,000 to $8,000 in for a 3 to 4 unit property. Now, which one sounds better? And you've got 4 doors paying your mortgage, or to your pocket if you don't have a mortgage. But $3,500, $6,000, I think the $6,000 or $7,000 sounds good.
Number 6, you gotta build long-term wealth with multiple assets. Owning multiple properties, it will give you multiple income streams, diversification, lower vacancy risk, which is very important. One moves out, you still have others paying you. Portfolio growth, more appreciation opportunities. Instead of owning one property, you're building a real estate portfolio. That's what it's all about, is letting your money, your equity, really work for you in a smart way, not just letting it go and renting that existing home and locking your equity for a long time without really performing for you.
So renting your home isn't always a bad idea or wrong move, but it's not always the smartest one. It just depends on the situation that you're in, and sometimes selling and unlocking your equity and reinvesting in the markets with the better returns can accelerate your financial goals.
So if you live in the Tri-Valley and you own a home, you have lots of equity and you don't know what to do, give us a call. We'll sit down with you, break down the numbers, and show you real live examples of what we do with equity that is locked in one place and transferring it into multiple properties, so you can really leverage your portfolio and grow your portfolio to be with producing for you much more money than locking it in one property. Please reach out to us if you like our content, like our pages all over social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're here to help and lead you in the right way.
Thanks for watching, and send this to a friend that has a rental property that might need our help.
Thank you.